We'd like to welcome you to our individual Two Voices of Integrity podcast for Top Gun Sales Bootcamp training. And the reason that it's so important to always come early and stay late is because there are certain benefits that you get from that. And we had the most amazing conversation is now, that's not recorded. And so definitely you want to go ahead and come early, stay late. Nora, what you got today?
I had 22% yesterday.
Okay. And that's what, twice what you were the previous day
I was at 19 the previous day.
and the day before that?
Um, 27 and then 61.
Okay, good. Good. So, do you think that frustrates you uh more than me or me more than you?
Not sure.
And what are the three elements to frustration?
How hard we worked, how much we cared, and
Anybody?
Expectation,
Go ahead.
expectations of ourselves, systems, and others.
Nice. So you guys can help one another, right? Like you're you're building teams. The guy with 3 degrees in business, I mean, three bachelor's degrees in business. That's pretty impressive, or not, you know. And they're all business degrees, finance, management, and marketing. Not there's not one course I ever took on building teams. You might say that's no wonder you suck at building teams so much. And I'm like, right? And so you're building teams. And um, so what I would recommend is I mean, you guys got I don't know what, 8, 9 hour trip. How are you going to use that to change all your lives forever? How are you going to go ahead and create an experience like Kenny and I did on our trip to Texas, our road trip to Texas? Like, are you guys going to ask Kenny and say, you spent what, 60 hours in the car with Mark? Like, what was that like? Or like when we were going back and forth to Illinois and rehabbing the three properties that we had. I mean, road trips are amazing. And how do you create so much legend in what it is that you guys are doing? Whenever I would do national or international trips, we'd always, have some half a day, quarter of a day, something that would try to make that trip memorable for the people who went on the trip. But it could be just a conversation, but you're looking to have it change your life forever for multiple reasons. One is it's just cool to have your life changed forever. Two is you want legend. Like if you ever can do a road trip with Kenny, if you can ever do a road trip with Luke, I mean, if you can ever do a road trip with Andrew or Bricio, if you can, like these guys, like you want to do road trips with them. So you want it to become like a legend of what it is. Like I remember back when we were, like it's the coolest thing to go ahead and be at the part of conception, to be at the part of building something, to be at the part when you're struggling and you're not even sure if you're going to survive. Are we even going to survive this thing? Because that builds lifelong memories, that builds teamwork, that builds connection. Ooh, I love it. Kenny, what you got? Luke, what you got?
How do you know in sales, like when to dress up and when to kind
Ooh,
of easy or take it, don't dress up?
right? So, I grew up in a Baptist church, and so pretty much, dressed up every Sunday, suit and tie. Then I went to Faith Baptist Bible College, and every day for classes, you dressed up in a suit and a tie. Then I went ahead and graduated, went to college, went to business college, didn't dress up. Then I got my first professional job. Then I got my first professional job, um, and I dressed up every day, suit, tie, starched shirt. I mean, every day. I think somebody was saying something about me the other day. Yeah, don't worry about how you dress. Mark doesn't. And so you try to get a feel for what's appropriate. Um, some people value dress a lot, other people, not so much. And
Hmm.
so you want to, there's a book out there, really old book, that I read years ago, like probably 40 years. I read it in my 20s. And I think it was titled Dress for Success. And so I would get that and read that, you know, I would get that and read that, because that is, dressing, how you dress is really, really important. Like really important. It, some more so than others, some for more than others. A lot of people, and I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but a lot of people will say you how you feel about yourself is very much connected in how you dress. And I wouldn't disagree with that. I would not disagree with that.
That's interesting.
Why is
Can
that?
you tell me more about that?
Um, you know, if you go ahead and put some time into it, um, like if you dress like what you're wearing, and my parents, never valued that. I mean, neither one of my parents ever valued dressing up. I mean, my dad was in a suit because he's a pastor, and my mom wore a dress and stuff, but it wasn't something that was a big deal. Nora, your family, how was that?
No, I don't
Where
think
do you think you
there
got it?
was.
Where do you think you got it from, Nora?
Um, I don't know what age I was when I was told that you always dress for the job that you're going for, not the job that you necessarily have. And it
Wow.
just stuck with me.
Wow. Do you not remember who told you that?
No.
Man, is that good advice. And I've heard that before. And that's really good advice. And I would say that not only dress, but you work. Like when I was 15, 16, I went ahead and worked at McDonald's, two of them at the same time, actually. One was franchise owned and one was company owned. So one was owned by McDonald's as a company, and one was owned by an individual. Um, and and it was interesting because I worked as if I owned that company. And so Andrew and Bricio, if you work like you own the company, I think if you want to own a company someday you will. Like you just will. If you want to. You might not want to, and I respect that too. But so I think the dress is really important. I think women are probably not like 80% of women are more sensitive and aware of that and attentive to that than men. But my oldest son, Jonathan, he was very, 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 very conscientious of how he dressed, which Roseanne and I, not so much. So, does that help, Luke?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you got, sir?
Nope.
Kenny, what you got? If you're talking, you're on mute.
I don't think I have anything else.
Andrew, Bricio, you guys have anything else?
No. Nothing except for when you do go to the home show, I definitely wouldn't, like Mark said, dress up because if you're going to the area that you're going to, they will be more to buy stuff from your company than somebody who just comes there and looks like he just slapped stuff together and that was it.
Nice.
Got it.
Nice.
Oh, I forgot one thing. Yesterday I was at 66%.
Nice. Oh, good. Do you know why that is, Luke?
Because I received 2 phone calls.
Okay. All right. Good. So that's the delayed action result principle. So you planted something before and now you got the benefit from it. So some of sales is definitely, hunting, but much of sales is farming.
Mm-hmm.
And so the mindset of a farmer and a hunter is very, very different. So what's the mindset of a hunter?
If I go kill something that I can eat.
Okay. What else, what's their expectation when they go hunting?
To kill something right away.
Yeah, always. Like, I'm going to go hunting today. I'll get something tomorrow. Never. Or fishing, same thing. So that's sales. That is sales. And then pre-sales is more farming. So you never have a farmer that plants a seed and says, I'm going to expect something today. You need a combination. Marketing, pre-sales tends to be more farming. Sales is you kill. Hey, now there's a sense of urgency. Do any of you think you're money motivated? I'm not asking you if you're addicted to money. See, a lot of times the people who love money, they'll say, people misquote the Bible. They say money is the root of all evil. It's not. That's not what the Bible says. The Bible says that the love of money, and often the people who love money the most are the ones that don't have it. Not always, but often. And so the best way to prevent loving money is to tithe 10% plus something else. And so when you get into that where you're giving, that helps you not have a love for money. Do any of you feel that you're motivated by money?
Probably to an extent.
Yeah, at times.
So Luke started first, and but when you think about it, Luke, you're not really motivated by money. What are you motivated by?
But what money can get me?
Yeah, what you perceive money will get you. And what is it that you're looking for, probably more than anything else, on a conscious basis, probably?
Respect.
Could be, maybe. There's a good book out there, Love and Respect.
What do you think it is?
Attention.
Attention.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't see any of you I see Luke probably as the most motivated for money. And I think that's good. I don't think that's bad. It's okay. That doesn't mean he loves money. It just means he's motivated by it. And so he's going to pursue it more if he's truly motivated by it. One of the things that I am trying to teach Nora is, hey, girl, you need to go ahead and be focused in. Like her first year goal in sales is $250,000. She's got to eat this, breathe this, think this. This has got to be 24/7. It doesn't mean she loves money. It's not that at all. And it doesn't mean like she could be, I don't know, she could be sitting on a window seat for 9 hours and just ruminating, like, in Ford versus Ferrari. But money's at the back of her mind always, not because she wants money, not because she loves money, not because she desires money, but because in business, in sales, that's what we're paid to do, is to sell. And so money is the fruit of our labor. It's the perfect blend of quantity and quality. Her best idea for sales, for making money, may come when she's goofing around with her 3-year-old son, or she's taking him on a date, or he's being silly, or she's being silly, or something else, when he's misbehaving, when he's challenged. I mean, that may be. So you don't want to put the stuff into boxes. Here's sales, here's business, here's relationships, here's family. You don't want to do that. You want it all combined, interconnected together. Because in my experience, when I'm having problems in my marriage, I can solve them in business. When I'm having problems in business, I can solve them with my kids. When I'm having problems with my kids, I can go ahead and solve them in business. So everything, because it forces you to think in a different way, and your mind gets bent around, and you're like, what if this? And when you start to learn to become transparent, like the new book, the pickleball book, like what people are saying is, I've written 16, writing 3 more, over 100 white papers. I've never gotten so much feedback, positive feedback and positive feedback on anything in my life. It's just fascinating to me. And what they're saying is, people are saying, what I love about it, Mark, is I love how you're interjecting the stories. So they're finding out about me as a person. So what they see on the pickleball court, there's a whole lot of me. It's like Mark's like an iceberg. Like what you see above the surface, but what you see below this, there is so much more to Mark than you can imagine. Like it's like he's totally different than what you perceive him to be. And hopefully that helps people to say, maybe I'm like that. And is that a good thing or bad thing? Maybe people go ahead and say, maybe somebody else. Maybe I'm judging somebody else. On one of the podcasts that we do, we need to get Bricio's first day with Dreamscape. And what almost happened, what could have happened, why it didn't happen. How do we prevent that feeling, that thought from happening to other people? You're all magical, but you need to learn to communicate that. You probably, I don't know, if you're like most normal people, you think people aren't interested in you. Like you don't have that interesting of a story. You're not that fascinating or interesting of a person. I know I feel that. I'm just normal, average, below average. Like I just, so, but when you start to go ahead and see who you were created to become, and then you start, like Nora said, you dress for what the position you're going to get. You act today the person you're going to become. You're okay, fine. You're not interesting today. It's fine. But you're going to be interesting. Act interesting today. Act like you're interested in other people. They'll be interested in you. Understand how to tell your story. I remember when we were first married, this kind of bleeds into the next one. The Young Men podcast for young men. I remember I have a very attractive wife. We've been married 41 years. I still find her very, very attractive. And so So we were young, married. She was like 21, 22. We're in college, and she says, "Hey, do you mind if I go get some glamour shots?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't care. Whatever you want to do." And she did. And she brought back some of the pictures. I'm like, dang. And she's attractive without makeup. She's attractive when she's not all dressed up. She just is. But when she had glamour, I'm like, holy cow, that girl, like, she's sexy. And so learn to dress up, not just physically, but learn to dress up emotionally, relationally, spiritually, morally, physically. Learn to dress up. Learn to understand when you see yourself as God created you to become in the future, you will be amazed. You will be impressed. When I saw my first biography somebody else did of me, my bio of me, and they read it in a seminar introducing me, I'm like, dang, I want to meet that guy. I'm impressed with him. Oh, it's only me. Oh, hopefully, like, get excited about what you're doing. Get excited about who you're becoming and who you will be. Get excited about the trials and the adversity and the difficulty things in life. Just be excited about all of those things, because even the worst days can turn into the best days if we make the choices to be able to do that. Always remember, we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.